Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and another Swiss 001 video. Now today we are back at Courchevel Airport in a Cessna 172. Seems like a very regular flight that you can see here often. I don't think that the Cessna actually flies here that much in real life because, you know, it's not that much of a powerful plane. And here at this airport, you need a lot of power in a plane. But that doesn't matter. Now, in this video, let's focus on one specific thing, and that is weight of aircraft. Yes, this very Cessna 172 that we're in right now is heavily overloaded. Yeah, right now it weighs 4,500 pounds. To put that into perspective, the Cessna 172 has a maximum takeoff weight of only 2,500. Yeah, so we're overloading this plane by almost 50%. Will be a very interesting flight. Let's just see how well we can get out of here, actually. There we go. This plane, it is running. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. There we go. Let's see how well this plane still flies. Now, what are my predictions? Will this ever be able to take off? Well, probably with enough speed that will not get here at this airport, most probably, but let's just see what we can do here. 60 knots, that's a speed where the Cessna 172 could normally take off, and we are off the ground indeed. Alright, the stall horn is coming on, but oh, there's a plane here. Oh my goodness, okay. But we have actually managed to take this plane off out of here. That is very impressive, actually. Well, it doesn't run very nicely. We cannot climb at all, but we are in the air and we are actually flying, so that is nice. Alright then, maybe we can make this a little bit of a tougher challenge then. Alright, when I say tough, I mean tough. Let's enter a weight of 2,500 pounds per passenger, the limit. Yep, now this plane weighs 14,800 pounds, and its maximum takeoff weight is 2,500, so let's see if this plane is able to take off still. I mean, you know. There is a chance. No, there isn't. I know. Alright, Cessna 172. Oh. Alright, maybe this was not that much of a smart idea. As you can see, the plane is now standing on its tail, which is not good. But let's just see. Can we actually fly if we just enter slew mode, which means that we'll just catapult this plane into the air and, you know, let's just see what happens now. More power. We need more power. Oh, Jesus Christ. More power. Come on. There we go. The stall horn is not happy right now, but I think we have established flight. We are not falling down anymore. Very, very impressive plane, I guess. Let's just see if we can land this plane down here at Courchevel again. Then let's move on to maybe a bigger plane and overload that one. Okay, let's go ahead. Flaps are ready. Maybe let's try landing this plane down here without flaps. I think that's a little bit of a smarter idea. We're gonna want to have the most speed possible. All right, there we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my, I mean, that was a landing, right? Well, I don't think this was particularly realistic. I think honestly the plane still flies way too well for a weight of 14,000 pounds. Something is a little sketchy. We cannot lose any speed pretty much. But alright, let's, oh my goodness, move on to quite another plane. Let's try an airliner or something. Alrighty, you know what? Let's not waste time. Let's already go for something like the A320. Let's check this one out here. Weight and balance. We're gonna fully load up the fuel and also fully load up the payload of this plane, which is actually exactly the maximum takeoff weight of this plane, which is 174,000 pounds. But let's go ahead and get a little bit beyond that. You know, our captain on board right now is a little heavy at 17,000 pounds. Our co-pilot is not that heavy, I guess. Oh, Jesus. Alright, now we are twice the weight that this plane has to have, and the center of gravity is obviously messed up because only the pilot weighs this much, which obviously sits up front of the aircraft. The center of gravity here is minus 130%. I do wonder how the flying of this plane will now look like. Let's just go ahead. Alright, there we go. Oh, yeah, since we're in multiplayer right now, there's other players here too that are watching us. They of course want to see what an A320 that's heavily nose-loaded looks like. And actually we can already see here the nose landing gear is definitely stressed. Yeah, let's just see how this plane actually does fly. Alright, flaps are set. Let's just go ahead and engage the takeoff. There we go, parking brake is disengaged. Let's just do a normal one. We're at Nice Airport, which has a little bit of a longer runway. No, not just a little bit, but it does have an actual runway now. For some reason the plane is not moving. Okay, maybe we have gone a little bit too far with the pilot weighing over 170,000 pounds, right? Alright, now we actually have a good center of gravity, but this plane is still super duper heavy, 588,000 pounds. So let's just see how this flies. These must be some very American passengers, right? All right, let's hope that this plane actually moves this time around. Come on. Don't let me down, A320. Oh, we're moving. We are moving. All right, that is the first step already done. The engines are set to full power, toga. We can wait a little bit on the flaps. Let's deploy them a little bit later here on this roll, because they will only reduce our acceleration. That's actually coming quite well. 60 knots already. I'm guessing we'll need at least like 160 for a stable takeoff. So let's just see. Okay, the end of the runway is actually coming quite close, so this will be a close call indeed. 80 knots. All right, 90 knots. Let's go for flaps now, because we'll need them very much. Oh, Jesus Christ. 100 knots. Take off, please. Tail strike. And crash into the water. Okay, this really did not work out. Let's just pretend that this did work out and slew ourselves up into the air and see how that works. It doesn't work that well, does it? All right, let's... come on. All right. Can we establish stable flight, please? Oh, we're definitely falling down to death at the moment. Well, yeah, we're flying right now at 5 times the allowed weight of this plane. And yeah, definitely the wings do not provide enough lift for this plane to properly fly with this kind of weight. We can actually see them kind of giving up. Oh, I think we have established flight. The plane is definitely struggling, but we have established flight indeed. There we go. We are flying at 280 knots, and we are maintaining our altitude of 4,200 feet. We are not necessarily maintaining our speed. Yeah, these engines are not powerful enough for this kind of weight, but we have at least established some kind of lift, but not for very long. We're actually losing altitude again. Yeah, this is very interesting indeed. But yeah, safe operation here at Nice Airport at least is definitely not possible here with this overweight A320. As you can see, we definitely overran into the water. That didn't work out at all. But let's go ahead and move on to another aircraft, to a bigger aircraft. Let's create the, heaviest aircraft ever here in the flight simulator, and heavier than any plane in real life as well. But for that, let's go to another type of airport. I hope it's here in the flight simulator, actually. We're back at Edwards Air Force Base in the Californian desert. This one has some very long runways, 15,000 feet here, for example. This will probably be enough for some kind of testing, right? All right, 747-8, let's go ahead. Let's set the weight and balance to here over 100%. When I say over 100%, I mean over 100%. The pilot is pretty heavy at 2,000 pounds. Co-pilot is also heavy at 2,000 pounds. Not very good. And we've got some very heavy rear baggage here. Rear economy is heavy too. All right, there we go. All right, now this plane, it weighs 1,400,000 pounds, and its maximum is 987,000. Actually, I've gone for the weight 1.4 million pounds for a reason, because that is the maximum takeoff weight of the biggest and heaviest plane on this planet, which is the Antonov An-225. Yep, very Russian plane, very large plane, very heavy plane as well. But now we're going to beat the heavy part with a 747-8, which is a little smaller, definitely. So let's just see what we can do. Alright, welcome to Edwards Air Force Base here in the Californian desert in a very overweight 747. You can actually see that here. By it actually standing just on this runway, the landing gear looks heavily overloaded, which it definitely is. Now the center of gravity of this plane is perfectly fine for flying. That is just a side note, so that shouldn't be that much of an issue. For example, the plane is not nose heavy, which is good, but we're definitely overweight, so let's just see what we can do here. Okay, how do I disengage the parking brake? I think it's here. There you go. Okay, the plane is moving. It is moving. All right. We've got 15,000 feet of runway. This will actually help us gain enough speed to, well, gain lift as well, which is good. Warning, connection lost. Well, whatever. We just want to take off. Come on. Okay, 120 knots. It looks like we are actually about to take off. So let's just go ahead and get our flaps out. Let's still give this plane some time to build up some more speed before we actually rotate, because we still have some runway left, and we're definitely going to want to use it. All right, there we go. Now let's go ahead and take off, which this plane does struggle to do, but we have taken off now. Oh, very close to a tail strike here, but we did. Oh, there we go. I think we have actually gained lift. Oh, come on. Please climb, please. Just, oh no, tail strike. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, there we go. I think we have a little bit of a stable flight now. I mean, we are maintaining altitude. Oh, not that much. Never mind. Oh no, ow. This is actually quite ironic, because now we're actually crashing. Yep. 747 was not able to handle this, definitely. Let's maybe try doing a landing at the Air Force Base as well. Let's just see what's gonna happen here. All right. Gears coming out. Again, this will be a little bit of a high-speed landing because I want that stability here, definitely. Yeah, the landing gear is definitely not gonna like this one, though. Let's just see. Come on. Can we get a nice landing still? There we go. Touchdown. Let's try stopping now. Reverse thrust, brakes, everything is coming up. And there we go. We have actually stopped quite successfully. So, yeah, guys, thank you for watching today's video. And I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night.